Want to raise money for your school or parent-teacher organization while also helping your students stay fit and healthy? Jogathons are extremely effective fundraisers that benefit both your school and the participants. Joggers get to stay active while supporting a good cause, whether it's their school, extracurricular, or club. In this video, we'll walk you through the A to Z of Jogathons, including planning, tracking donations, and ideas on how to organize and promote it. Anyone can use the advice in this video, but if you're a FutureFund user, we'll call out some tips and tools that will make your Jogathon even easier. And if you aren't a FutureFund user yet, why not consider joining? FutureFund is free for schools to use to support their fundraising. Last year, we helped schools across America raise more than $80 million. Also, if you find this guide helpful, please subscribe to our channel. What is a Jogathon? A Jogathon, also called a fun run or run-a-thon, is a straightforward and popular type of marathon fundraiser. It works similarly to any running fundraising event, like a 5K race or marathon, except you can customize the distance. It's a bit less intimidating than a conventional race, since participants don't have to run a certain distance. Jogathons are less stressful to organize, since you don't have to worry about things like water stations like you would for a longer race. How do you run a Jogathon? Step 1. Choose a date and theme. Choose the date of your Jogathon 3 months before the event. Jogathons usually take place on a single day, so choose a date that doesn't conflict with other school plans. Make sure your PTA coordinates with the school ahead of time to ensure the school grounds are available. Plan any portions of the route that are off campus, get insurance if necessary, and arrange custodial services. Step 2. Call for volunteers. Put out a call for volunteers 2 months before the event. Use texts, calls, or emails to reach the parents and volunteers most likely to participate. If you use FutureFund, you can use the built-in messenger system to reach out to interested parents, all from one place. Make sure your call for volunteers clearly states what cause or project the Jogathon will support. Perform background checks for any volunteers from outside the school who need to be present during the event, if it's required by your school. Step 3. Choose student incentives. Incentives motivate students to register for your Jogathon and collect pledges. Each student should have a specific fundraising goal, usually between $300 and $500. It's better to offer incentives to the class or grade that raises the most money than to individual students, as this is a more cost-effective way to motivate groups and can also discourage unhealthy competition. Ice cream socials or pizza parties are great group rewards that are easy to organize. Step 4. Create your Jogathon's campaign. Make sure your campaign has the following elements: a clear and compelling event description and rules, including what the money raised will go towards and what the incentives will be for participating students. A leaderboard that shows the grades and teachers for each participating class, along with how much each has raised. A template students can use to collect pledges from members of the school community. You can use FutureFund to create and manage these campaigns easily. There are templates you can quickly customize to suit your event, so you don't need to start from scratch for each campaign. Step 5. Announce the event and sign up students. Send out an announcement of your Jogathon to the school community 2 weeks before the event begins and request that students sign up to participate. Share the news in as many places as possible. Use the school newsletter, morning announcements, and FutureFund's messaging system to tell everyone why the event is important and how they can be part of it. Use FutureFund to send follow-up messages every other day leading up to the event to encourage participation. The night before the event, send a final reminder to get the school community excited about the event and encourage them to keep offering support. Step 6. Find sponsors. Ask local businesses to sponsor the Jogathon. This can help your PTA reach your fundraising targets while business owners get exposure and positive publicity. Make sure to explain how each sponsor's contribution will be recognized. For example, you could hang a banner in the gym with sponsor logos during the event, offer branded water bottles or other swag to participants, or add sponsors to your school's online store using FutureFund. Step 7. Host the Jogathon. Finally, the day of the event will arrive, and if you've followed all the steps above, you should have everything you need to make it successful. What does a Jogathon day look like? Here's an example event schedule for a typical Jogathon. Early morning session, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Setup and volunteer arrival. Volunteers arrive to set up the course, registration area, water stations, and first aid stations. They also set up any additional areas like refreshment stands and sponsor booths. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Participant arrival and registration. Joggers arrive, check in, and receive their race numbers and any other materials. 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Opening ceremony and warm-up. Have a welcome speech, a brief overview of the course and rules, followed by a group warm-up session led by a fitness instructor or volunteer. Morning session. 8:30 a.m. Jogathons start. Participants start jogging. Depending on the number of participants, start times can be staggered in waves. 8:30 to 11 a.m. Main jogging event. Participants jog the course. Volunteers at water stations provide hydration and encouragement. Midday session. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Lunch break and entertainment. A break for lunch with food available for purchase. Entertainment such as music or a guest speaker can be provided. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Final laps. Last chance for joggers to complete their laps or distance goals. Afternoon session. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Cool down and refreshments. As participants finish, they are greeted with refreshments and an area to cool down. This can include light snacks, water, and fruits. 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Awards and recognition ceremony. Awards for various achievements such as most laps completed, highest funds raised, best team spirit, and more. 2:30 to 3 p.m. Closing remarks. Thank you speech by an event coordinator, announcement of total funds raised, and official closing of the event. 3 p.m. onwards, cleanup. Volunteers and staff begin cleaning up the venue, dismantling any temporary setups, and ensuring the area is left tight. Post-event tasks. 1 day after the event. Send out a message thanking all donors, participants, and volunteers. 1 week after the event. Hold an event for the winning class or grade, like an ice cream social or pizza party. What do you need to run a Jogathon? Jogathons are very easy to run. You need an event description so everyone knows what you're trying to achieve, some clear rules for everyone to follow, a place for participants to jog, and a means to track and process pledges and donations. Tracking pledges and donations is the hardest aspect, as you will need something that is easy to access and use. Luckily, there are plenty of dedicated fundraising tools available that are specifically designed to help schools process payments as painlessly as possible, such as FutureFund. FutureFund's built-in pledge campaigns allow you to easily collect money and keep donations and pledges organized. Since parents cover payment processing fees, 100% of the funds raised go to your school. It's designed to be easy to use for everyone involved, from parents to teachers and TAs, making pledges and collections as streamlined as possible. For more information, along with additional templates and resources, you can read our comprehensive Jogathon fundraiser page at the link in the description. We have ideas for themes, sample rules you can use, and even templated event descriptions to help get you started. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and follow FutureFund for more guides, resources, and fundraising ideas for your school.